Lesson 7-8, Example 1. Our objective is learning to write decimals and fractions as percents. So we want to write each of these decimals as a percent. And one method to do that is to think of it as a fraction first. So I could think of 7/10 as 7/10. And I know that if I can get this to be over 100, I can then know what it's going to be like as a percent because it's per 100. So whatever this number is up here is going to be my percentage. Well, if I multiply the bottom by 10, I'm going to get 100. So if I multiply the top by 10, I get 70. And 70 per 100 is 70%. So I just think of it as 70 per 100, 70 per 100. That's what that little symbol means. Let's look at another one. So if I have 16 hundredths right here, I can think of that as 16 hundredths as a fraction. And 16 over 100 is going to be the percentage, and that is 16%. So that's one method. If I can get this with a denominator over 100, makes things really nice. But that's not always the case. So sometimes I might end up with a problem like this. So in this case, the other method I could use is to multiply my decimal by 100. And that will come up with my percent. So whenever I have a decimal, if I multiply it by 100, I'm going to come up with my percentage. And since I'm multiplying by 100, I could go through and set up the whole problem and multiply through in the traditional method. But since I'm multiplying by 100, it's a power of 10. And I know that when I'm doing that, it's like moving my decimal place over because I'm thinking powers of 10. 1, 2 place values. This would be like power of 10, and this is a power of 10 again, which is 100. So my percentage in this case is 41 and decimal point and 18 hundredths of a percent. 41 and 18 hundredths of a percent. Let's take a look at another one here. Let's say I have this down here, 67 thousandths. If I multiply that by 100, that's like moving this decimal place over 2 places to the right. So I end up with 6 and 7/10 percent. So I can use this multiplication to come up with my percentage. So two different methods to solve for going from decimals to percents.